Welcome to the Clarity Confidence Connection Summit, where women break through barriers, unlock their next level of success, and build bonds with other badass business owners. Your host for this session is Samantha Ka'awa. Samantha is the CEO and founder of The Gems with Samantha Ka'awa, a former marriage and family therapist, marriage makeover coach, best-selling author, speaker, and the co-creator of the Clarity Confidence Connection Summit. Before our next guest arrives, Samantha would like to extend gratitude to our sponsor, Inspired Choices Network. We are thrilled to have your contribution to the summit. Your generous contribution to our summit has assisted in making this possible. Samantha has another amazing guest coming right up. Take it away, Samantha.
Thank you. Yes, I do have an amazing guest. The one and only Patty Hoyt is a dear friend of mine, so I am even more honored to be able to interview her today and help her share her amazing gifts with the world. Patty's going to be talking about your body is your best business partner. 3 simple steps to becoming an aligned and thriving entrepreneur, because we all know we want to be that. If you are entrepreneurs, I know you want to be that, right? Aligned and thriving. And I'm so thrilled that you're going to be sharing with us your wisdom about how your body is your best business partner. But before we do that, Patty, I would love for you to share with our audience a little bit more about how you got to this place of being an expert on body, even mind and soul, right? But really how you got here and what's that story behind that?
Thank you, Sam. I am thrilled to be here with you. I can't believe we got partnered up. This is an honor to be interviewed by you. That's a great question. I am very passionate about what I do today because I used to live an entrepreneur life where I loved the job that I was doing, and yet I was suffering. Every single day, I was suffering. I was barely surviving. I was getting sicker and sicker every single day. Eventually, I was living with an excruciating pain, almost 24/7. Wow. Back then, I believed that the only way to be successful was to work super hard. I believed that the only way to be successful was to work long hours. Yes. I believed that I needed to push myself no matter what. And I did that until my body shut down.
Can anyone else relate to that really quickly? I'm just pausing because I was like, yes, absolutely. Yeah, Chris is like, yes, I can relate to that 100%. Kara, yep. Okay, just making sure because I know I'm like, oh my gosh, Patty, you're talking about me. Sorry, didn't mean to interrupt you. Go ahead.
Oh, that's okay. After pushing myself so much that way, my body shut down. Until I was almost naked on the side of the freeway. But
oh my gosh,
story later.
Like what? You're gonna leave us hanging?
But along my journey, I discovered how to live a life and run the same business that I love, where instead of surviving and in suffering, I was now thriving.
Oh my gosh.
Thriving. Hence, that's the title.
Yeah, and that's what we all want. Yes. To go from that. And I can totally relate to and I'm sure people who are watching can relate to, okay, now I'm going to be an entrepreneur because I want to follow my dreams. And they're like, well, I thought the suffering would disappear, but here it is still with me, right? Yes. And so it's like, it's really not about just doing what you love, but learning how to do it in a way that serves us and is in flow and feels good, right?
Yes, right. Yes. And I wasn't and that point in the beginning when I started my journey, but eventually right. I started living a life was pain-free life. Yes, amen to that.
That's amazing. Right? Yes. Complete pain-free. And I know a little bit more about your backstory, so I mean, I'll interject here, but you were at a point where you were in a brace, you were like bedridden at some point, and to come to this place now that you're completely pain-free, like you need to tell us your secrets.
I will. And, it really happens along my journey. I learned a lot. And I got to the point that I was running my business with ease and flow, which was something that I always dreamed of. I really started to live this life with more joy, Oh my God. Because I really believed along my journey, this came up that when you are misaligned, you just survive. That's where I was.
Yeah.
And when you are aligned, you thrive. And that's where I became to.
I got an image of like a spine being like misaligned and like you're paralyzed, right? And then like when it's in alignment, you're like fluid and moving and flowing. So that was just an image that popped into my head when you're saying that.
Yes, it totally makes sense. Oh my God, it's exactly that. Thank you for saying that, because I could picture that as well. But Sam, it always started with that nagging pain here and there, like a neck pain will show up, or a lower back pain will show up, on and on. Have you ever had those type of nagging pain that comes and irritates you?
Yeah, let me see in the chat. Anyone have a nagging pain that has either been in your life for a long time or is still in your life? Like, shout out where that is, right? For me, it was like my neck, shoulders, or even like my jaw, right? Because I like used to clench my jaw so much. Yeah, shoulders, neck, right? Hips, neck and back. Absolutely. Yeah, we can all relate, Patty. Tell us more. Does my husband count? Vince says. Well, let's bring it back to your body. I think there's a spot in your body that's probably related to your husband, but yes. Yeah, tell us more, Patty.
Yeah, so that's my story. That's why I'm doing what I'm doing today, is because of that. I went from that, excruciating pain a day to day to living this life that was with more joy and fluidity, And because I started, like you mentioned that, when I started with this entrepreneur life, I was driven. I wanted to be successful. I wanted all, right? But the problem is I look up to those people that were successful in my industry, and I saw what they're doing. I said, if I only do exactly what they're doing, I will be successful like they are.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when the discomfort in my body started to show up. Those nagging pains started to come more often.
Right.
And I ignored it. I kept pushing it. I kept pushing myself. I don't have time to deal with whatever it is going on in my body, Let's keep going. Don't have time. I cannot afford to deal with this right now. Have you ever had this thought?
Oh, yeah. 100%. And write the word push in the chat if you have had that push energy of pushing through the pain, right? Anyone was told that growing up? Push through the pain. Yeah, push. Yep, we have some pushers in here.
Yes, I'm not alone. Yeah, but until one day I said, wow, maybe my body is giving me signals that something is wrong.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when we come to, I'm going to bring up 3 steps with you guys, simple steps to become this, fluidly, like you said, thriving entrepreneur.
Nice.
And the point number 1 is accept that your body is giving you signals that something is wrong.
Yeah, I love that, because that acceptance piece, it's so easy to just deny. Like, no, I'm fine. Right. But accepting that it's a signal, that it's giving us a signal, that's mind blowing, Patty.
Yes. That was my first step to addressing those pains. It was my first step, is accept that my body is giving me those signals. So when those discomfort come in your body, just accept that those are signals that something is not quite right.
Right.
And then what I did, I went to the doctors. Okay, let's figure out what's wrong. Let's fix it so I can keep on going. Yeah. There's
Yeah.
something wrong with my neck. Let's go to the doctor. There's something wrong with my migraines. One of my clients came to me. She was suffering with migraines and she wanted to keep going, but migraine was like, oh, so hard, right? Let's go to the doctor.
Yeah.
Let's go to the doctor and go on and on. So eventually I accepted that something was wrong, but I thought that something was wrong specifically with that body part that was in pain, right?
Right.
I went to the doctor they tell me what is wrong, let's fix it, let's move on.
Yeah. But it's
And
so
the
deeper.
thing
It's so much deeper than that. Yeah.
It is because guess what? As I went through that journey, the doctors couldn't figure out what was wrong with my body.
Yeah.
And that's where we move to step number 2 is to acknowledge that your body is an intelligent system.
Ooh, I'm taking notes. I hope you guys are all taking notes right now. Acknowledge that your body is an intelligent system. Yes. Right?
Yes.
Because it is. It truly is. It's this, it really is. I don't even know what to call it, what word to call it, but I feel like it is like our antennae, or really like this tool that we get to use in this world, right? So, oh my gosh, yes, your body is an intelligent system. I love that.
Because the doctors were trying to figure it out, but guess what? Had the answers inside of this intelligent system right here.
Mm.
Realized that they had a deeper message because they couldn't figure out physically what's wrong with me. And when I acknowledged that, there's a deeper message over here. But I did not understand that until one day, back to that
story.
Yes. I saw myself almost naked on the side of the freeway on Oahu, literally. That's when I truly acknowledged that my body was trying to tell me something else, something deeper, something that was wrong with the way I was living my life, the way I was running my business.
Mm-hmm.
And I was not listening to that deeper message.
Yeah.
And my body completely shut down. I'll tell you this story. So I was in the afternoon. I was coming home after doing a sales presentation, rush hour, running, and I could feel that my body was the pain was getting higher and higher.
Yeah.
To the point that I started getting dizzy from the pain. I started getting lightheaded. I was like, uh-oh, I'm not going to make it home. So I decided to pull over, and I said, maybe if I just pull over and come down a little bit, it will go away and I can make it home.
Right.
And as I'm sitting there and was not going away, the pain was continuing increasing. I decided to step out of the car and take my pants off, my long pants off, because maybe taking the pressure out of the area that I was having pain, it would help me. So I came back to my car and I called my husband. I was like, okay, husband, I'm in the middle of the freeway wearing my panties.
No.
He's like, what? What? Yeah. And I like cross the fingers that a police car don't pull me over because I'm wearing those panties.
Oh my goodness. Yeah.
It got to the point and I went back home. I made it home. He was mad. He was really mad at me because he'd seen how much I was suffering. I was still not stopping until that day. And he looked at me and said, okay, you were risking your life.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen you going to ER 3 times in the past few months, but now you're risking other people's life.
Wow. That's powerful.
Yeah.
Like the extents that the lengths that we go to, right, to deny that there's something wrong, that there's something happening within us. Yeah. Wow.
It was a reality check for me.
Yeah.
That was my breaking point.
Yeah.
Even though I wanted to keep pushing, I just couldn't work anymore. I had to stop.
Mm-hmm.
I had to stop. And when I stopped, how many more minutes do we have, Sam? Do you have
about 5 more minutes before we transition into our gifts.
Okay.
Yes.
So the third and last step is to listen to that deeper message that your body is giving you and connect with the message. And what my title is, Your Body is Your Best Business Partner. It comes from the listening. When I really saw that my body, it was my best business partner because it was trying to tell me something like, hello.
Something different.
Imagine your best friend who's trying to tell you something and you're like, ignore it. I don't have time for that. Let me go here. I'm busy, busy, busy. That's not nice. Hello?
No,
It's not good, right? Our best friend is trying to tell us we need to stop. That's what I did. And we need to listen to what they have to say to us. What is that best business partner is trying to tell you? And then for me, and it's different from everybody, but for me, it was very clear that I was running my business and I was living my life that was not in alignment with who I was.
Right.
All those sales presentations, those scripts, did not have my voice. It did not included me.
Yeah. Who's Patty in all of this? Where's Patty? Yeah.
It wasn't there. It was not, I was not part of that business. I was not part of that. My life didn't included me, my truth. So I had to go inside and find my truth again. And only then I was able to get in alignment, go through a journey to get in alignment again, to see who I was, my truth and my voice, and embrace that. And then I could run that same business now in alignment.
Yeah.
Now I'm not surviving anymore. I'm thriving because I'm running that in alignment.
That's so good. Yeah.
And I go back to what I said, like when you're misaligned, you just survive. But when you're aligned, you thrive.
Absolutely. Yeah. And it's just more fluid and fun and effortless, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Can any of you guys relate that are listening to when feeling, either you can feel it now, right? Feeling disaligned and like it's there's struggle and it's hard and it's painful. Even though this is what you're passionate about, it still feels painful, right? And or even just have felt that before in your businesses and now you are in alignment because you are listening to your body. Yes, grace and ease. Alignment equals grace and ease. Christopher, absolutely, 100%. Yeah.
Yes, I love that. Alignment, grace and ease. Yes. I see like with flow and ease and flow, with grace and yeah. Thank you, Chris.
That's perfect. And so let me just recap before we head into your gift as far as what you're going to share with all the amazing attendees that we have here. Let's just recap. So one, can you recap your 1, 2, and 3 steps, the simple steps again?
Sure. So the first step is accept that your body is giving you signals that something is wrong, something is not quite right.
Yes.
Number 2 is acknowledge that your body is an intelligent system.
Yes.
Really acknowledge and trust that. And third, stop to listen to a deeper message that your body is giving you. And then you'll get in line.
I love that. Yeah. And would you, because we have a little time, like a minute or so, could you give us some examples of what some deeper messages might be, or ways that your body speaks to you so that maybe others can relate or reference that as an example?
Well, my body speaks to me with through physical pain. That's how it speaks to me. Nowadays, now that I'm in alignment, I can see like my shoulder pain showed up. I don't go to the doctor immediately and like, oh, there's something with my shoulder. I connect with that. This just show up right now. What's going on? Is that something that is not in alignment? Is that something misaligned that I'm doing right now in this moment? And I connect with that. I speak to the pain. I learned how to speak to the pain and hear the message back. What is that I'm doing that I'm not in alignment right now? My shoulder will speak to me. It's connect and ask for a message that body pain is trying to tell you.
I love that. It's asking your shoulder pain, like, what are you trying to tell me right now? Like giving it a voice and allowing it to speak and truly tapping into your intuition through your body, right?
Yes.
Oh, that's so beautiful. So thank you for that, Patty. Patty also has an amazing gift to share with us. And I know my tech team is going to drop that in the chat any second now. There it is. So Patty's free gift is Get in Alignment. She's going to give us a meditation to help you get in alignment. Patty, can you explain that just briefly for us, what that is when they download that?
Sure. It's an audio that I recorded to go through a process of connecting with your body and to listen to those messages. So I want people to get in a habit and a practice to go inward and having that relationship with your body. Because remember, your body is your best business partner. So why not having a relationship with your best business partner?
Oh my gosh. And you created a meditation to help us do that. Like, hello, that's amazing. I am totally downloading that and keeping that on repeat throughout the day for sure. Like, oh, realign myself, realign. I love that. Thank you, Patty. And you have also a VIP gift. Patty's offering a 30-minute customized private breathwork session. You guys definitely need to grab this. This is so powerful. And the only way to do that though is to make sure you have a VIP ticket, which is still available. So if you haven't already upgraded to VIP, do so now so we can send you that customized private breathwork session, 30 minutes of Patty's time. We can send that to you after the event is done. Can you share just a little bit about that, Patty? What does that breathwork session look like? Yeah.
Yes. One of the things that I notice is that a lot of entrepreneurs, they're in their head. We are like thinking. Sometimes even doing a meditation, it can be challenging for some people because their mind wants to take over.
Oh, that's so me. I need like 8 grounding cords to get into meditation. But yes, keep going, sorry.
So with the breath work is a technique, and especially this type of breath work that I do is a technique that it tells your brain to shut down. It bypasses that thoughts that come through and helps you to really get into your body. So you go from your head into your body, and that's when the magic happens. And with this breath work, that's what you're going to learn how to bypass so you can feel the magic in your body.
So good. Bypassing all that chatter. I need that 100%. Perfect. That is so good. Thank you, Patty. And we have some amazing speakers that are coming up. We have, there we go. We have Energy Abrams. What's your passcode keys to hacking access to the life of your dreams? Susan Norrish, breathe your body into higher love. And Cassie Sunshine, break up with burnout, how to break free from the overwhelm and burnout cycle to find harmony between all the important pieces of your life. So that's coming up next. But before I let Patty go, I would love for you to share one last words of wisdom for all of our attendees here.
I want to repeat what I already said because it's my mantra, right? When you're misaligned, you just survive. And when you are aligned, you thrive. And that's what I want everybody to get to, is to thrive, not survive.
Yes, thrive. Everyone drop a thrive in the chat for Patty. This was amazing. Thank you so much, Patty, for being with us and sharing your wisdom. So yes, I have thrive. We'll send this out, team. Thank you so much, Patty. Thanks for being
You're
here.
welcome. Aloha. Let's thrive.
Thank you for joining us for another amazing session on the Clarity Confidence Connection Summit, where women break through barriers, unlock their next level of success, and build bonds with other badass business owners. For recordings of all sessions, plus an amazing VIP gift bundle full of courses and resources from our knowledgeable speakers, you can upgrade to a VIP ticket for only $97. If you have any questions or run into any challenges during the summit, email our support team at breakthrough@clarityconfidenceconnection.com. Stay tuned. We have another fantastic speaker coming right up. And thank you to our summit sponsor, Inspired Choices Network, who, through their generosity, is assisting in making this event possible.
All right. See you on this other side. Bye, everybody.